Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Poetically Christian Gamer, and welcome to another edition of Should Christians Play? The series where we go between the ratings of the ESRB to answer the questions, should a Christian play? And is this game physically accessible for me? Hi guys, my name is Derek. I'm a legally blind preacher and gamer, and today we're going to be reviewing the all-new Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade that is coming to the Xbox Series S and X. This is a port of the Final Fantasy VII Remake that appeared on PC and PlayStation. And we're getting a little bit of added content and things here, so thought this was a good time. This comes out in January of 2026, so thought this would be a good time to review this game right before it drops, as we got a little bit of an early preview here. And we'll see, does this game stack up, as we always do, on two fronts. First, is it physically accessible for the low vision and the blind, for the deaf and hard of hearing, and for the motor and cognitive disabled? And then we look at things on the other side of the coin. Is the game morally accessible for a Christian to be able to play? That's what we're going to answer today. If you guys enjoy these reviews, please thumbs up this video. It helps the ministry so much over on Poetically Christian Gamer YouTube. And go check out our playlist, Should Christians Play? Christian Gaming Reviews, as we have an entire playlist on the YouTube channel. We've reviewed anything and everything you could think of on the channel, so there's hopefully something there to help you. Subscribe if you are new and don't want to miss any of our future reviews, along with our Bible sermons and our Faith and Fun live streams every Monday, Tuesday, and Fridays at 7 p.m. EST. Alright guys, with all that being said, let's jump right in with the physical accessibility, and let's jump in with the low vision and the blind side of things to see, is this game accessible? Well, right off the bat, we have no menu narration of any kind. I'm still waiting for Square Enix to integrate pardon the pun, guys, the narration feature, a screen reader, anything on any of their games. They are one of the worst developers about lagging behind in accessibility, especially for the low vision and the blind. And we have the same thing here. We have no menu narration, and once you get into the game, we have no navigational assistance of any kind whatsoever. No sound cues, nothing to go on. So yeah, there's not much to say here. We do have, if you're low vision, we do have some nice menus, as you can see if you have any usable vision on your left side here. We got fairly large text, dark background with light writing, and you do have kind of a highlight over top of what you're on. So not bad. As far as that goes, the size of the text is pretty decent size. The contrast is good. And it's like this in most of the menus. So that's about the only thing this game has going for it at all when it comes to low vision and blind. The only other thing I would say is just game design in itself. This is an action RPG, if you're not familiar with Final Fantasy VII Remake. And it is fairly linear. That's one good thing going for it. So when you run, you kind of have tight corridors, and you kind of, it's hard to get lost. You don't have a big expansive thing a lot of times. It is a fairly linear game, but you have no idea where you're supposed to go, who you're supposed to talk to, whether you're supposed to push a button, pull a lever, nothing. There's no sound cues to help you whatsoever, no visual cues to help you whatsoever in this game, which is a really shame. A few things could have helped this drastically. A few sound cues letting you know where you got to go or when you're close to an objective, some visual cues, maybe color code some things, your objectives or doors or levers, things you're supposed to do with a light highlight or something. I mean, easy fixes, guys. This is 2026, 25 as I'm reviewing this at the end of it. I mean, this is getting ridiculous at this point that we don't have these kind of things in games. I pray one day that I'll be able to be an accessibility consultant for companies. I would love to do that. If anyone's watching from Square Enix or any company, if you would know of a way to help me do that, that would be great. I would love to do that. But I'm trying to help you guys as best I can with these reviews. And if you're low vision or blind, this is going to be a rough game to try. So yeah, overall, this is about as bad as it gets. We do have the contrast and the nice size text, so it can't get an F, but I give this game a D for low vision and blind accessibility. Now, what about the deaf and hard of hearing? Well, we have subtitles and we do have speaker name, things like that. Some pretty decent things when it comes to the deaf and hard of hearing. So overall, it gets the job done. It's not overly spectacular, but it's not below standards either. It's right there. I'll give it a B, and that's being generous. You know, B to B minus for the deaf and hard of hearing. And for the cognitive disabled and for the motor disabled, well, this isn't a very physically demanding game as far as cognitive or physical disabled. As far as your motor disabled, the game is pretty linear, as I said. It's just running and tapping the attack button a few times till somebody goes down. You do have some sequences of fighting, but it's a one-button press. Yeah, I mean, it's typical what you would expect from Final Fantasy. You could get some fatigue from, you know, having to hammer the button if you get large crowds of enemies, things like that. So, you know, it's average, I'd say, for the time. C for the motor disabled. We don't have any really need for button remapping in this, as it's pretty simple controls. They do have some button presets that you could choose from when you start up the game, so hopefully you can find one that would be easier and easiest for you. But this is not a very physically demanding game as far as motor disabled wise. For the cognitive disabled, you are going to have some puzzle elements to this. Sometimes where you're going to have to, you know, figure out to throw a lever to go up to do this, to open this door to do this, things like that. So there is some puzzle elements. It's not clearly defined sometimes who you're supposed to talk to or what you're supposed to do. I mean, it's one of my complaints with this game. So overall, I'm going to say this is average at best, maybe below average. We'll say a C minus for the cognitive disabled. There's no real hints to help you or anything. Sometimes you don't know that you're supposed to run around and talk to this particular person to initiate the next sequence. You know, sometimes there's a lever or a button that you missed as you're running around and you don't realize you're supposed to do that. So yeah, overall, not the greatest at explaining what you're supposed to do. Typical old school RPG stuff. Nothing updated for modern conveniences at all. So yeah, I'm going to give it a C minus for the cognitive disabled. If this review is helping you guys, as I said, thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, share it out with others to help them both physically and morally to decide whether to buy this game you know, next month or not. So that's my review physically. Now, what about the moral accessibility of Final Fantasy Remake? Well, this game got an ESRB rating of T for teen, for blood, for violence, for suggestive themes, alcohol use. I'm going to explain these. We're going to go beyond as we do the ratings of the ESRB, and then we'll get to some gameplay to show you guys this game in practice. So from the Christian, the moral accessibility point of view, how accessible is this game? That T for teen rating is quite deceptive. It does in the main game. We have some added things, and this Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade, the reason it's called Intergrade is because we've integrated some extra content. We have some side missions for the character Yuffie, and in those missions, we have blood added into the game. I have no idea why. I guess it was supposed to add impact to the scenes and to the missions. But in the main game, you do not have blood. But in these side missions of Yuffie, you do. When you're attacking people, and they'll show them injured and blood and things like that. So that is something to definitely keep in mind if you're thinking about buying this for your child, or buying this for someone in your family, and you think, well, it's Final Fantasy VII Remake, it doesn't have any blood in it. This does. But it only comes in Yuffie's missions, and you do not have to play those missions to complete the main game. You can complete the main story without having to play those missions, but they are part of this version of the game. Just something to keep in mind. So there is that, and there is no way around that other than just not playing those missions. So if you just want to play the main story, there is a wraparound to avoid that. But if you want to see everything, there is going to be that. And if it's bothersome to you, it's there. It's in the game. I'm letting you know. Something they're not really good about letting you know. The alcohol use, you are going to have some alcohol use in this game. I think when you get to Chapter 3, Cloud is offered a drink that he accepts at a bar. You also got another side mission where you're going to have a drunken character. Things like that. Suggestive themes, you're going to have some female characters with some revealing outfits for sure. So we got sexual content going on. We also have a scene where, I don't want to spoil too much of the story, but this is necessary. We also have a scene where Cloud dresses up like a female, and they're making him up and everything on the stage, and he's doing this to infiltrate, but he has like a dance off and different things like that. And in this modern remake of Final Fantasy VII, we have kind of where they are promoting that kind of thing in a positive light, him dressing up as a female. So again, that's there. That's the modern thing added into this game, and of course that is troublesome to some Christians. So I just wanted to let you know, as a Christian, I don't particularly enjoy that being in the game, but it is there, and I wanted to let you know that is a thing in this game. So yeah, the typical things, you have language in this, no F-bombs or anything like that, but you are going to have some profanity, H, D, S, things like that running through the dialogue, and also some, kind of, I don't know what you want to say, vulgar language at times, just kind of unnecessary things to be said, where they've modernized Final Fantasy VII here, in my opinion. I don't really care for it. I'm a traditionalist. I like the original Final Fantasy VII better than this, but it is there. Again, I want to let you know that's there. Nothing major, but there is some kind of, crude language and some more moderate profanity in this game. No F-bombs, nothing like that. I haven't caught any the Lord's name being taken in vain in my play so far, but I'm not going to rule that out, because the ESRB does not, kind of take that into consideration a lot. They don't declare saying GD or JC or C, things like that, as language. So you're never going to find that appear in an ESRB rating, because they don't declare language. So if there's no profanity, but yet that's in the game, you won't see a language listing, because they don't declare that, or as profanity. But so far I haven't seen any of that in my playthrough, but if it's in the game, I would not be surprised. So yeah, and of course you just have the typical violence of sword play and the action RPG things going on as you're fighting the enemies, as we'll see here in the gameplay. So overall, there's a lot in this game, and there's no way around it. I mean, this is a story-driven RPG game. So as a Christian, I'm going to have to give this very negative review, just because there's no way around. There's so much. it's death by 1,000 paper cuts. It's you have alcohol use. If you could get around that, okay. But then you have ladies with revealing outfits. Okay. Then you have him a kind of a cross-dressing sequence. Okay. It just keeps piling up and adding up. You have profanity. You have you have blood in the side missions. You have drunkenness and alcohol use. Just a lot of different stuff in this game. So overall, yeah, as a Christian, I can't recommend this. This is gonna have to get a D to an F as far as my review for this game morally as a Christian. That's my moral accessibility review for Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade. So what does the game look like in practice? Well, let's check it out, guys. Let's see what we get here and let you know whether you want to play this or not. You can fast forward these scenes. You cannot skip these cutscenes. That's something I wanted to tell you too. You can make it as fast as 2 times. They started you at 1.5 times, but you can fast forward up to 2 times by holding your right trigger. I'm assuming that would be R2 on your PlayStation controller. But you cannot skip these cutscenes. So that's kind of wild. The game is pretty, graphically. It's awesome. And I am going to apologize ahead of time, guys. There will be a couple of light profanities as I have to show you this gameplay to show you what it's like. I believe maybe we'll get the H word and maybe a couple other things. Nothing major, but just wanted to let you know that is something that's going to be in here. That ominous feel, guys. Ah, Cloud and Company. This might be a little bit of a longer review because I want to show you guys some gameplay and practice. So I've been doing longer gameplays. Let me know with a comment on the video when it becomes a video, guys, if you like the longer gameplay. Not sure if you guys like that or not, or if you want me to keep it short and tidy. I think it's important to show you this stuff in practice. Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade. I do like the graphic style they have for this. It's kind of cool. That wasn't very nice. Oh, there's that classic music, guys. Here we go.
Get down here, Merc.
Get down here. Ah, Cloud. There we go, guys. And we're off.
Halt! Who goes there?
Hold, who goes there? Hold, who goes there? It is I. Alright, now you get to see we have our tooltips here, or in other words, our what we're supposed to do. Not narrated and very small. On your bottom left and top right little things displayed. Could have done a lot better. And it doesn't even tell you what buttons to skip, so if you're hammering like the A, your face doesn't work, you actually have to hit your menu button or the start button to skip these things.
You're coming with us. Nice and easy.
And if you're a blind or low vision user, you have no idea what you're supposed to do to get past that. So you just have to figure it out. Let's see. Oh, I think it's Y. Why? Because we gotta. Alright. Trying to figure out. I was pushing A, and A is not your interact button. It's actually Y. See, there we got our H. Sorry about that, guys.
Have fun.
Have fun.
Freeze! Move and we shoot.
Go ahead.
Freeze!
That.
Ooh.
Enough of this. Nothing to it.
Enough of this.
Drop the weapon.
That was Y to vault over stuff.
You got this.
Yeah, what he said.
You got this.
You're coming with us.
Can't get surrounded. It's over. That it?
Leftovers. I like Casey Jones, guys. I like the music too. Oh, don't go that way. Turn. There we go. Turning your camera is a little interesting. You can't adjust it, but definitely interesting. Down is up is down. You can invert this, but I forgot to do so. Gotta go. See, they should have like something to tell you what you're supposed to do at some of these points. That would be so helpful.
So what's Soldier Boy's deal? Is he one of us now? He's got balls, this, what was his name again?
There's our crude
Cloud.
language.
Cloud Strife.
Right.
And he isn't a soldier anymore. Still, he's a professional, unlike the rest of us. I'm glad to have him.
This is a one-time gig. When it's done, we're done.
Real joy to work with, though.
Why are they talking like I'm not in the right next to them?
They were doing this.
Looks are what people notice first.
Man,
Guess I'm not on the same
I think I'm
page as
gonna be
people.
sick.
I'm standing right here, guys. You're talking about me. Hello?
We're done here.
Maybe it's like the ghost of Christmas future and Christmas past. Nobody can see me.
We're really doing it.
I'm like the... Oh my goodness. What in the world? That's so weird. Like Ebenezer Scrooge here. He's sizing us up, guys. That
Come on,
untrusting eye,
nobody
giving
do
us the
something
stink
this
eye
crazy
here.
Just for money. They may not think you're a true believer, but you know what I think?
Not interested.
What?
I'm a true believer, guys. A believer in Jesus Christ. Uh-oh.
Wedge. You better be worth the money, Merc. Every last gill.
Wow. You better be with the money, Merc. Every last gill.
Get him, boy!
Get him, boy. Sick him, boy. Whoa, what in the world? Oh! Down, Fido. Alright.
Here we go. That's that.
Oh!
Was never in doubt.
Was never in doubt. Man. He's a confident sort. Alright. Now, we look for what to do. Because it doesn't tell you. Well, it does, I guess, in those little small things, but if you're a blind user, you can't read them. Okay. Elevator's over there. If I'm a blind user, I have no idea where over there is. See what I mean, guys? It's kind of... This game could have been fixed with, like, the easiest things in the world. Oh, well. I'll get off that soapbox, guys. Just frustrating, that's all. Oh!
This way. Huh. Not so fast. We've got company.
Hoo ha ha! Go go Power Rangers!
This will be quick.
Wow!
Let's do this. See ya.
Come on, bring it!
Let's go.
So you guys are kind of getting the idea of, you know, what this game's like. So I'm going to kind of call here, guys. I don't want this review to be too long, but I just wanted to show you what this game kind of looked like in practice. See how overall, typical Square Enix, no accessibility for virtually anybody but the deaf and hard of hearing. We do have some for that. We got subtitles, speaker names, things like that. Nothing to help you as a low vision or blind user. Absolutely nothing to help you as a cognitive disabled user for the puzzles and what you're supposed to do or where you're supposed to go. Yeah, we do have a little bit for the motor disabled just because it's not a physically demanding game. So yeah, overall, it's just not an approachable game physically. Unless you're deaf and hard of hearing, it would be approachable for you. You don't know when things are off screen, but most things are not off screen in this game, so it's pretty good. Yeah, overall, that would be the only physical accessibility I could give high marks to. Everything else is below standards, especially the low vision and blind. I'm going to give the game a D for low vision and blind accessibility. And for the cognitive, I'm giving a C-. For the motor disabled, I'm giving it a C. It's average. Yeah, just not a lot going on, guys. And for the moral accessibility side of things, you know, we have everything. Like I said, kind of a death by 1,000 paper cuts. You have alcohol use in this game. You have suggestive things like some cross-dressing sequences. You have profanity, no F-bombs. It is lighter stuff, but you do have it. You've got, let's see, revealing outfits for the female characters. And if you're playing the Yuffie side missions in this Intergrade version of Final Fantasy VII Remake, there is even going to be blood in those missions. Yeah, you got alcohol use, like I said. It's just a little bit of everything. I haven't caught any taking the Lord's name in vain yet in my play. But if it's in there, I won't be surprised. So I'm just warning you, it may be in there. So there's a lot that ESRB rating, T for teen rating, does not tell you in this game. And it's a real shame because it is a fun game. Gameplay-wise, it's pretty cool. I like it. Nothing wrong with the gameplay side of things. It's just unfortunate that we've got, you know, all that other stuff going on in the game. So overall, I hope this review has helped you guys make your decision. This game releases in January. This was an early preview that I was able to review here, and I hope it has helped you. Hope you guys have a very Merry Christmas. Thank you for joining me. If you don't want to miss any of our future reviews or anything that we do, guys, remember to subscribe on Poetically Christian Gamer YouTube. Check out our playlist of Should Christians Play, where we've reviewed all kinds of games, both for physical and moral accessibility, guys. And if you want to help others make decisions on games, both physically and morally, remember to share this video out. Thumbs up to help the video, to help the ministry, guys. And until the next one, guys, I love you, God loves you, and blessed wishes, guys.